There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I need to get chat up so I can see you guys. I forgot to open chat. There you guys are. Hello. How are you guys doing? It is not Tuesday. It's Wednesday today, and that means that it's a bit of a different live stream. Actually not. I moved the live stream for today. That's what I'm trying to get at. Because I had some other things to do yesterday, and yeah, that's why I decided to move the live stream for today. Let me see if there's anything in chat. I get hearts now. What is this? This is new on YouTube. People can click on different emojis. Okay, cool, nice. Anyway, it's Elite Night. We're going to be playing some Elite Dangerous, and the live stream today is going to be, we're going to go through a number of different things. First, we're going to be talking about some general like BGS stuff. I'm stuck in a gravity well here. We're going to talk some BGS stuff. For those of you guys who are not familiar with what BGS is, I'm going to give you a very quick crash course in BGS. And then we're going to go and do some actual BGS. We are going to be waiting for a server tick that's going to start in about an hour. We have other things to do while we wait for the server tick, so it's not like we're going to be sitting and talking for an hour. There are other plans for things we can do. And then hopefully when we get the server ticks, always a little, I'm going to talk more about that in a bit, but we're going to be moving over and doing some other things once the server tick arrives. But again, don't really know when exactly the server tick is going to be, else they move around and they're not always at the exact same time and stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm stuck in like a really, really bad gravity well here. Just look at this. Jump in game here quickly. I'm giving this thing full speed, and it lets me go 200 kilometers per second. Howard has a system named after him in Elite. Really? Pip's engine does nothing when you are in Super Cruise. Engine pips is only for sublight engines, but getting out of the gravity well. Yeah, damn it, Howard, you broke the gravity. The super tanks, super thanks. No, Dongle, the hard things. You click on them, and I don't know. Now you can click celebration icons also. Does this pop up in chat for you guys as well? I don't know. This is new. I can see them at least. Okay, YouTube. Silly features, be silly. Okay, let's jump back. We're not gonna go in there. I am moving. I know. Just very slowly. I just wanted to go up and land, but I'm so deep inside a gravity well that I think I'm going to try to move it over to the other planet also, because I think that's where the other planet, that's where all the the conflict zones are. Not conflict zones. Rest sites is what I'm trying to say. Jesus. I'm just going to quickly, you guys can watch along here as we're trying to land this thing here. Whee! Yeah, I know, Dongle. I swapped over so we could. Okay, let's go and request docking.
Docking request approved. Head to your allocated pad.
Landing gear deployed.
Oops. There we go. And now we're just going to do a very, very small jump here. Hopefully the cooldowns are gone already. Yes. I'm going to jump over to the other planet. So that we are closer to where we're going to be here when we're done talking about BGS. Okay. That will sit and do its thing. And then in the meantime, we can go and talk BGS. Okay, so we should start by setting up a light goal before we go and talk about all the other stuff we need to talk about. How many people are we today? We are around 78 right now on YouTube. Should we just do the usual 150 that's been working for the last couple of live streams? Let's do that, I think. So let's set the the like goal. I cannot talk today. I set the like goal at 150 likes. And for those new to live stream, if the live stream reaches 150 likes, I'm going to give you guys a discount code for my merch store, which you can find at d2astore.com, where you can find lots of cool products. We have water bottles now, which I really like because they make water stay cold. And we have a bunch of other things like t-shirts and it's probably not the season for it, but we have beanies. And for those more into like, where's the other one? There it is. We have patches now also. Look at that. That's new. We even have the Terra X one. Look at that. Can it focus on that? Yeah, it can. Look at that. That's pretty. Beanies, and other stuff. Let's go down there. Okay, cool. That will all happen at 150 likes. So if you haven't liked the live stream yet, go down and do it now. Okay. I want to give you guys a very quick crash course in BGS and factions and how the whole like engine room behind Elite Dangerous work. Some of you may have noticed, if you open up the Galaxy map and you go in here and you can set them by system state, so they can be in systems can be in retreat or war or lockdown or all these different states, and maybe you know how that work. Where's my damn it Howard mug? Yeah, I need to make a damn it Howard mug, don't I? That'd be funny. Maybe you're already familiar with how all these different states work, but if you're not, then I think the next, I don't know how long it's going to take, but the next little bit of time, I'm going to explain all of that. First of all, you need to understand that there are two types of factions in Elite. We're only talking smaller factions. We're not talking superpowers or anything like that. We're talking smaller factions, individual factions, the ones you see in the system. When you go and take up a mission, there'll be different mission givers. Each mission giver belongs to one minor faction, and each of these factions will be present in that system. As I said, there are two types, in general, two types of factions. There are the non-player factions. Those are factions that are placed there by Frontier. So those are factions that were there natively, they've always been in the game, and they always probably will be in the game. They're always there. And then you have player factions. Now, player factions are factions that have been created by the request of a player group. So that means that we have a player group in the game called Terra X Astro Corp. And when that was originally created, that was before Squadrons, by the way. When that was originally created, we went in and we filled out an application with Frontier and we said we would like to have this faction in the game. And then Frontier said, yes, you can have that faction in the game. And then the subsequent patch we were put in, and then you have a faction with your desired name in the game. And that is considered a player minor faction, and that is a faction that is, while they're like, there's no mechanic in the game that distinguishes them, and you can't see it in game whether they're a player faction or not. So they function in for all intent and purposes, they function exactly like normal other factions, but we still distinguish between them because Obviously, if there's an NPC faction, so a faction created by Frontier, they will behave differently, whereas player factions, where there's often players behind that faction, they will often be monitoring their systems more, and there is often also a lot more conflict if you try to like rub shoulders with them or go into their system, so usually you try to avoid other player factions. But the whole idea with BGS, or the background simulation, is to take your player faction and try to spread their influence throughout the galaxy, take over systems, take over stations, and get as much space as you can. That's what we are doing with Terra X, and that's what we have been doing for years, and that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We are going to start the process of taking over a new station for Terra X, and with that station also system control. That is the goal. So I want to show you how conflicts and system control works. So let me just quickly jump back in game here. And take you guys with me, perhaps. This is a poor system for this. Hold on, let me take you guys with me here, so you guys can see it too. Can we just get... We're just going to check out new nets, as that's the system we're going to go to later. And it's the system we are currently working on. Good. Here we have the system of new nets. At least the information I have on the system new nets at the moment. And you can see there's a number of fleet carriers, obviously, but there's a number of stations. There's one there, and there's a station, and there's probably some surface stations as well, scattered throughout the system. Now, there's also a number of factions in this game. If we click here on factions, we can see there are a number of different factions. A lot of these factions will be what's called native factions. That means they were born, and this is in the system, and this is their home system. And they will often have new nets in their name, or the name of the system will often be in their name. So you can see New Nets Blue Crew, they probably have their home system here. New Nets Corp, New Nets Jet, whatever, Revolutionary Party of New Nets, Construction Party of that. All these are what's called native factions. This is their home system, and they can never, through any means, be removed from the system. Whereas V886 Centauri Future, properly home system in the V886 Centauri system, and they're not native to the system. Same with us, Terra X Astrocorp. We can see we are right here. We can actually see our influence if we take. Oh, this is actually pretty neat. Look at that. So we have these two systems here, or these two factions here, and right now, V886 Centauri Future is the controlling faction in the system. How do we know they are the controlling faction? Well, we know that because they own this station here. Yeah, we can see it here. V886 Centauri Future. Why that station in particular? See, system control is held by the faction holding the station, the closest station to the main star. Okay? So in this situation here, you would go say, you look at the A star. The A star here has no stations. Then you would move on to the B star, and you would say, the B star has stations. There are multiple stations here. So they will, the closest, or should I say the closest large station with a large landing pad will be the one that grants system control. So this case is this station here. If there were a smaller station, one of these here, closer to the star, it would still be this one. Because the priority order is large space stations. If there's no large space station, then it's small space stations. If there's no small space stations either, then it is large surface settlements. If there's no large surface settlements, I think there are no small surface settlements. But that's the order it goes by. Large stations, small stations, and then surface settlements. And then it just takes the one that's closest to the main star. If there's no station of the main star, you go to the secondary star. So that's why this one, Shiver Hop is the one that grants system control. Whoever owns this station, click on it again. Come on. Whoever owns the station owns the system and is the controller of the system. So how do we take that away from them? We want to take that system, we want to make it ours. Well, we jump over here in Aura. You will see that we can track our influence. If we just hide all the other corps here, there we go. Here we can track our influence over time. We can see Terra X in yellow, and we have V886 Centauri Future here at the top. And we can see here, this is around where we started the project to take over new nets. And we began building up our influence. And our influence would build up until today, actually yesterday, when we matched the influence with V886 Centauri. When we match influence, you go into a conflict. Or if we overshot them, we will still go into a conflict. Basically, when we meet, when the lines cross, you initiate a conflict between these two. And when that happens, we are both set to the same influence level and the influence is locked. We can actually see it here. We can see a revolutionary party of new nets and construction party of new nets. These guys are in a conflict. You can see they have the same influence. And they are in a civil war. Why is it a civil war? It's a civil war because they are both native factions in the system. So these are natives from the system fighting each other. Therefore, you have a civil war. You can see up here, we are going into a war because none of us are native. We are both outsiders in this system. And we are going into a war. I'm going to talk more about the difference between war and elections, because you can see here, we have Nunet's Corp and Nunet's JetBlue states. These are both in a conflict as well. We can see they've locked in their influence levels, but they go into an election. Now, why did they go into an election? They went into an election because they have the same government type. So these are both corporate. Because they're both corporate, that means they go into an election rather than a war. So that means if we have gone to war with Nunet's Corp, we are both corporate, then we would have gone into an election. But because we went into Centauri Future, which is democracy, then we went into a war because we have different government types, basically. Now, the difference between a war and an election, while they're both conflicts and the outcome of it is the same, the way you fight them is differently. When it comes to wars, you fight them by shooting things. Conflict zones appear, and you fight and you kill people in the conflict zones to win. And every time you win, you create points for your side, and then every day the points are counted up, and then you can see the wars, the two other wars running, or two other conflicts running down here. Every day, points are counted up, and the winning side then gets all the points for that day, and they win a day. And the first to 4 days, to 4 points here, is the one that then wins that conflict. So we haven't started. We are pending. The conflict starts at the next server tick, which should be in like anywhere from within an hour to within 2 or 3 hours. I'll talk more about server ticks in a minute. But we're still waiting for our server tick so we can start the conflicts. Yeah, but what do you gain from going into a conflict? If we go and take a look at the stations in system here, and we're just gonna go starports. Okay, so now you can see here, actually didn't we have, it's a good example, Revolutionary Party, who had stations again? Warrenstein says, great information, never really knew how this worked. I'll be trying to really go brief, but BGS is complicated. But thanks a lot for the super chat. And again, guys, ask questions in chat. And there's the notification, very delayed. Hello, notification.
Wariston super chatted $10.79. Great information. Never really knew how this worked.
Great. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to check here. We have us, so we have Nunet's Corp, Pilots Federation, local branch. Okay, so those are, they're different. Nunet's Corp and Revolutionary Party. Okay, let's take our conflict as an example. where we're gonna go and fight against Centauri Future, and they're gonna fight against us. If we look at the stations they have, there's up for grabs here. We can see that we own Resensky Dock, right? That's owned by us. And V886, they own a number of stations. What's happening? Oh, my fleet carrier is jumping. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's honking. Are you ready for the triple honks? Should be soon. Wait for it. Wait for the honks. Elite Noob says, yeah, we're gonna talk about retreating non-native factions. Oh, here it comes. There we go. And we landed. Elite Noob, we're gonna talk about retreating non-native factions here in a second. Okay. When we go into a war with Centauri Future here in a minute, we basically both put our best asset in the system on the line.
Attention. Lockdown protocols have been lifted. All services are now available. Thank you.
Thank you, Howard. So our best asset in the system, we can see there's probably also own a number of like smaller settlements on the surfaces. So you can see. So basically, you would take. There's an order, right? So anything with a starport where you can, or with a shipyard where you can dock, is considered a higher value. And then, as I said, bigger space stations with large landing pad has highest value. Then small space stations, then surface stations, and then all the other small settlements, you know, where you can do like missions and stuff. But basically, our highest value settlement of asset in the system is this Resensky Dock. And Centauri's highest value is Shiver Hub, because that's the system control hub. And those two are both put on the line when we go into this conflict. If we win, we take Shiver Hub and thereby also system control. If Centauri Future were to win, they would take Resensky Dock from us, and we would lose that. So they would the ownership will transfer over to them. And that means if we want to take over all the spaceports, all the ports that we can see that Centauri Future holds, we need to engage in conflict and win 3 times, right? 1, 2, 3 times in order to take over all these stations. And that means we need to go into a conflict, we need to go through the conflict, win, and then we're going to separate our influence, put the influence back together for a second conflict, and we need to do that 1 time per settlement. And we also want to take over all their smaller settlements. We could be fighting these guys for a very, very long time, and you can see here we have been fighting these guys for a very long time. We have a number of settlements in the system. Was it installations? I think it's the settlement. Anyway, we could be fighting a very, very long time if we wanted to take over all these things. But for now, we're just fighting for that main hub because we want to take system control. Yeah, so that's why we've been building our influence, and now we are locked in, and we have that 1 day pending. As I said, BGS is super complicated, and there's a lot of information that I'm skipping over, because if we have to go into details with everything, I will be sitting here until like tomorrow morning, and we don't have time for that. Now, Elite Noob asked about how do you go about retreating a non-native faction out of a system. That's a good point. As I said, native factions, the one with the N on here, cannot be retreated. They live here, it's their home system, they can never be removed. But we could be removed, we are not native, and Centauri Future is not native. if, let's say, for instance, we want to remove Centauri Future, what we would do is we would work against them. That would effectively be doing negative things for their faction. So that could be attacking their ships. It could be all kinds of different actions. There's a lot of different things you can do for negative influence. Or we could do positive influence. We could do positive influence for all the other factions and thereby raising them. And because the total influence can only be summed up to 100 with all other factions raise, then Centauri Future must fall. And they will then go down. They will then go down until they go under, I think it's 2.5%, if I recall correctly. Maybe is it 5? I think it's 2.5. I can't remember if it's 5 or 2.5. I think it's 2.5%. When they go under 2.5%, a counter starts. And if they stay under 2.5% for a number of days, then they will go into a retreat. And if you then keep them down at that level, once the retreat period is over, they are going to be removed from the system. So if we push these guys down to low enough influence, they'll go into retreat and they'll be pushed out of the system eventually. And that would then open up a slot in the system, because systems can only have 7 factions in them. There are special situations where you can end up with 8, but usually you would only have 7 factions in it. That is important when we talk about expansions, because the way you expand, if you want to move to another system, is you raise the faction. So, for instance, there would be Terra X here. If we wanted to expand out of this system, we would raise our influence up high enough, and we will then go into an expansion. And then once again they go saying the same thing, we need to stay up at that high influence for a period of time, and then we would expand into another system. And there's a lot of complicated mechanics about detecting which system that is. But one of the criteria for it is that there must, of course, be room for you. There must be 6 or less factions in the system, and that's where I say that's not always true, because sometimes you do jump into a system with 7 factions, and this is where BGS gets super complicated, and I don't want to go into too much detail with that, but just know that sometimes you can. But usually it's a good protection in the system to have 7 factions in them, because it makes it a lot more difficult to expand into a system. And that means if we want to go into another system, let's just take expansion targets, for instance. Let's just say this one here owned by the Dark Wheel. Let's say we want to move into this system. We have 2 player factions in here, and we have related means that there's a player faction that has adopted them. Let's just imagine that we wanted to go in here. This is not we don't have any plans to move into this system at all. I'm just using this as an example. It was just the top of the list. What we would do in this situation, we would say, okay, what non-native faction is there? There's the Collective of Independent Agents, which for some reason is Federation. Okay, never mind. They are a non-native faction in the system, so we would go into the system, then we would work against these guys, so against trying to lower their influence down till they got down low enough, and then we need to time our expansion out of the other system so that when this retreat out of this system happens, they are removed, and then the next tick, we need to line up our expansion in such a way that they are removed, and the next tick we move in right after, right? Because if we don't align that up, we could end up opening a spot in the system, and then another faction expanding into that system and taking the spot for us that we are trying to create for ourselves. So you need to really time your expansions, unless you just want to go as some factions do, where they just basically put no attention, they just rapidly expand into any system with no regards of planning or anything. There are factions that run with that tactic where they basically just keep expanding, and the problem with that tactic is you end up with you can very quickly end up with 20, 30 systems, and you do not have the manpower or the BGS experience to manage that many systems, and it makes you a very easy target. But basically, if you want to expand into a system, you need to then create a room, you need to create a spot in the system, and then jump into that system. But that's also why that you want to keep 7 factions in the system. And if we go back to new nets, which we were looking at earlier, ideally for us, a strong position for us in this system would be to keep us in control. So we're going to take over the system control, but we want Centauri Future below us. We don't want them to be right below us, because then it would be too easy for someone to go in. Why we don't want, if we, let's say we have influence that they are like 2% under us, it would be very easy for someone to go in and just push us up into a conflict and initiate that conflict, and that's suddenly a thing we have to deal with. So we want to have a buffer between us and the next faction, so that it takes a bit of time for people to work up. You can see here how quickly we can work up if you really push a system, right? You can really expand, but we want that buffer. So like, see here, we had a 10% buffer, which is usually a good point. Like 10 to 15% buffer between 2 factions, that's pretty good. But we want that second faction to be Centauri, because we don't want Centauri to be too low, because if they're too low, they are in the risk of going down and retreating out of the system. And if we retreat out of the system, we open up an attack vector for other factions to come into our system and contest it. And we don't want that. So we want to keep Centauri in the system. We want to keep us on top, and then we want to keep a nice buffer between us and Centauri to not make us as easy a target and make the system as defendable as possible. Now that was a little bit about how you manage one system. When you then have a list of systems like this that needs to be managed, you can see how BGS can all of a sudden become super complicated if you need to consider all these things and try to maintain this large amount of so feasibly you might do some pro-native faction work to bump them up. We might actually at some point have to go, sometimes, yeah, it would be, we would actually go in, go back here. We might actually go in and actually work against, because we don't want us to be too high either. Because if we get too high in influence, then we end up maybe accidentally expanding out of the system. We don't want accidental expansions. So basically, we want to say, we don't want to go up close to like 60, 70%. We don't want to go up there, because then we are in risk of expanding. But we want to sit at, let's say, 50% influence. Then we want a 10-15% buffer down to Centauri Future. And then we want all the other factions, all the native factions, to be sitting down there at the bottom doing whatever the factions does down there. We don't really care about those. But that leaves us 15, let's say 15% buffer allocated for the Centauri Future. That means they get 35. We get 50, and that leaves then 15% to be allocated out amongst the last 5 factions, giving them like 2-3% each, basically 3% each. So they will be sitting and jumping between 2 and 4% each. That would be the ideal system, where you really have a system under strict control. Doing that in a lot of systems is really difficult. And that's why it requires constant attention. And if we find... So you can see here, in our home system, we're actually sitting quite high in our home system, but that's because, again, it's our home system. We want to keep that. We actually have 2 other player factions in here, who's currently at war. But they're sitting very low, so they will be, if we wanted, we push them out. But we want to keep people in there. We're not planning to push people out. But yeah, lots of systems. So, now that brings us back to where we were at the beginning of this talk. As you can see, BGS is and I am just like scratching the surface here, because then you go in each different state. So we talked about war, we talked about elections, where if you go into an election, there are often the specific type of missions that are more effective. But if you go into a war, doing like transport mission, trade mission, exploration data has no effect on a war. Only PPU shoot them in the face has effects on a war. But even then, there are different activities in a war that has different amounts of influence. So sometimes, like there are, for instance, you have space-based conflict and you have surface-based conflict zones. Some give more influence than others, and it's the same with all the other states. You saw it before when we were looking at that list of states. Here on the list out here. Here you see we have all these different states that you can go into, and all of them require different things to trigger, and each of them has different things that has greater or less effect in order to either help promote that state or try to prevent you from getting into that state. So it gets complicated really, really quickly, and that's why we need, and that's why we've had for years. We've had a team. We're up to what? 3 faction planners now. So we have a team of 3 people who does this, and they know BGS way better than I do. These guys have done like the amount of research that has been done and testing to figure out exactly how each of these different states are affected and what actions has the greatest influence. And there are hidden caps where if you do too much of one thing, they give you like diminishing return on. So like it gets extremely complicated. So again, we are just scratching the surface here, and I highly encourage you, if you're sitting on this, you think there's something way, way, way deeper in Elite that you never knew existed, come by Discord. Discord.d2a.com. There's a link in the description. We have people over there who will talk to you to the light of day about BGS and the complicated mechanics in it. And we have a faction that's controlled from over there, and if you want to take part in all this stuff, we are controlling it from over there. And it's super fascinating and fun. Okay, so war, as I said, that's PPU shoot 'em stuff. So some of the things we'll be doing today is PPU shoot 'em stuff. But as we can see, we are still pending. So we can't actually go, there's no conflict zones in the system as the conflict has not officially started. We're still standing on each side of the border looking at each other like waiting for someone to make a move. But we can still do something to help us get going. And what we can do is we can begin to collect bounty vouchers for Terra X. And this moment the war starts, we can go and hand in those bounty vouchers for Terra X. Because bounty vouchers does have an effect on a war. And this is why, now we're getting in game, this is why I moved over to LTT 5212. Because it is very close to Nunets. If we take here expansion target, we'll probably see it very close. It should be on the list somewhere here. There it is. 17.5 light years away. Very close. The reason why I jumped into this system is because this system has a lot of ringed planets. And ringed planets means hash-rest sites. And in hash-rest sites, we can get bounty vouchers for Terra X. So my plan is to go out and collect bounty vouchers. And then I'm going to wait for one of the faction planners to ping me and say, conflict is now active, and when it's active, we can move over there. And we can actually begin to do some PPU combat over in the actual war, and not just the little prep war that we have here. But before we do that, we need the one, the only, where is it? The cucumber. Do I need limpets? What do I have on board? I have some things in my cargo. I have limpets in my cargo. I don't think I need the limpets. Nope. I need another suit. I don't want to be in this one. I want to be in my salvage suit. That's more. And then we need to make sure. Howard, are you on board? Inactive crew. See, Howard has just been sitting here slacking off. Come on, Howard. You need to work. Can't sit there and just drink coffee all day on the fleet carrier. Why can't I disembark? Okay. What are you doing, Elite? Okay. Oops, it says, but your faction is already locked in a war. What's the point of dropping bounty vouchers there? Because we are only locked in. Because we're only locked in, there's nothing we can do. So we're just gonna go and run in some bounty vouchers until. Hash was run right there. We're just gonna run in some bounty vouchers until the war starts. I know the conflict zones are much more active, much more influential. But as I said, there is no conflict zones right now for us to fight in, so we're just gonna go and collect some bounty vouchers to hand in.
2, 1,
engage. Go home, Elite, you're drunk. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm gonna move myself over there. Yeah, okay, so we didn't... Yeah, the ticks... So we have these what's called server ticks, so every day the systems update once a day, and that's what we call the server tick. The server tick doesn't happen instantaneously, it's like rolling out through the systems over a couple of hours. And the problem is the server tick moves from patch to patch. So they're relatively stable, but every time Frontier they deploy a patch, the server tick has a tendency to move to a different time of day, which can be quite annoying. And then to make matters even worse, sometimes on server ticks, they also end up doing like a double tick, which is also very annoying. Okay, Howard. So I'm gonna give you a fighter. You can get this one, I guess. Is that the kinetic one? Plasma repeater. Yeah, you can get the plasma repeater.
Okay, Commander. Releasing the fighter. Established. Awaiting instructions.
scan detected.
Did I can't remember if I set fighter orders. I did. Wonder where I put that. Oh, did I put it down here? Yes. So...
Returning the ship for recovery, Commander.
Yeah, okay. So I forgot where I put my fight orders. Okay, let's just find a target and let's get Howard out again. Ooh. Space cows. Space cows are probably mining. We're gonna scan the space cow just to be sure.
Roger that. Initiating SLF deployment.
Frameshift charge
Fighter
detected.
deployed. Standing by.
Ferdinand's attacking the space cow. We must save the space cow. Go, Howard, go!
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Oh, probably could have pipped 2 weapons here. And also just ram his shields away, that works too. Attack him, Howard! Shoot him, Howard!
Let's take this one down.
Good, Howard, good job. Boom goes him.
Destroyed.
Fiddle dropship. Yes. Give me a second, Uncle. Oh, there are 2 different types of moderator now. Oh, we're gonna have to check up on that. Okay. Hey, Howard, after him. Go, Howard.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Good. I'll take his shields from range.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Good, Howard. Hit him. Kill him.
Target destroyed.
Create Phantom. Looks like he's clean. Yeah, clean in the wing. Asp Exploder. Probably also clean. What about that Vulture? Oh, some fighting going on up here. Follow the trail of mines or whatever it is people have deployed here. Oh, there's also a Clipper. Anyway, he disappeared.
Target cargo dropped.
Where? There's the Vulture. After him, Howard.
Target shields offline.
Come on, get rid of the chaff. Boom!
Destroyed.
A little eagle. Little love tap there. There's another one. Come here, little eagle. No.
Shift charge detected.
Oh no, he's running. No, 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 you don't. Hey, we got some clippers here. Looks like a wing. There's one there and the other one is there. dagger, dagger, dagger. And ram kill.
Target destroyed.
Do you ever play PvP? No, I don't do PvP. As by flying probably shows. Warrenstein says, hit the thumbs up, folks. Hit that. Let's get some discounts. Absolutely. Thanks a lot for the donation again, or the super chat. I'm just gonna come on. Deselect him. And we can shoot him. Even though he is chaffing. He's done with his chaff. Oh, I targeted his limpet. Oh, he's chaffing again. Oh, he's still chaffing, come on. Is the other faction a player faction? No. The other faction is a NPC faction. Oh, no. Clean. Clean eagle. Oh, we're 23 kilometers out. Is this the Mega Milder build? Nope, this is the Cucumber. The Mega Milder is all lasers. EGP operative. Is anyone fighting for it anyway? Not that we know of. Oh, got a deadly guy here. Okay, Howard. Go, Howard, go. Go, go,
Roger
go.
that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Scout detected. Under attack.
He's using a shield cell bank.
Scout detected.
Doesn't matter, we got his shields. And he's chaffing again.
Under attack. Target
Kaboom! Ferdlands. That gave a lot of bounties last time. So it's gonna be a walk in the park. Unless someone else, I mean, you can go in as another faction if they want to work against us. There's nothing preventing another faction from going in and fighting for Centauri Future if they wanted to prevent us from taking system control. You can use NPC factions as proxies, as I said. There's nothing game mechanic difference between a player and a non-player faction. They're all the same.
Focusing my fire on your target.
Oh, Jesus, Chaff just needs to die.
Ease off the friendly fire, Commander. I'm not the target.
And there's the next Chaff. That big laser working too. On, shield's almost down. There we go. And there's another chaff. Of course it is. Okay, Howard, you got the last piece of it. Come on, Howard. 1%. Kill him, Howard. Kill him. Come on, Howard. Yes! You got him, Howard. Good job. Oh, almost a million there. Wait, don't mind if I do.
Another day, Commander.
Great Phantom. There's a lot of these guys looking at each other. Novice. Okay. Well.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Bounty incurred.
Hold on, did I shoot the wrong target? I did shoot the wrong target. I'm an idiot. Alright, now we need to go and get rid of a bounty.
Target destroyed.
How much was this bounty on? 800. It's fine. Howard. I blame you. You gave me a bounty. You all saw it was Howard who attacked him.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Just Howard doing Howard things, yeah. Let's take this guy's shields down at range. As we're coming in, as you go, his shields are down. That's nice. That means no more shield cell bangs for you. Wait for some range. And track him, track him, track him. Nice, well done.
Target destroyed.
I think that's all. Good work, Commander.
Python? Where's Python? Here's Python. Hello, Python. Oh, clean Python. Clipper. Not clean Clipper.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Under attack.
He's just sitting there. Yeah, you can chaff all you want. When we're this close, it doesn't matter. Just look at the cutting marks from the laser across his ship. And boop. Oh, no boop. Oh, missed him.
Scan detected.
Boom.
Destroyed.
Really clear, Commander.
Scan detected.
Oh, here we go. There's a whole wing of them up here.
Copy that. Let's take this one down. Okay, Commander. Going on the offense. Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Just by ship, yeah. So how am I identifying? I'm just basically looking for ship types, and then beginning to learn which ship types pirates have a tendency to fly. Like they usually don't fly Holding ships.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
The annoying thing about vultures is they have decent shields. But as soon as the shield is gone, they're basically made out of wet newspaper.
Target destroyed.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Target shields offline.
They just disappear. Oh my god.
I think that's all of them. Good work, Commander.
There's a python down there. Wanted to, but I want to kill the python.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Boom!
I think that's it, Commander. Scanning for additional threats.
I already got one. Go, kill him.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
And nope, no chaff. What a welcome change. But he fires shield cell banks. Look at his shields here in a second. No. Okay. That's a very poor shield cell bank. Hey, look at his hull here. Do we have a Colossus build for this vet? Yes, if you go to commanderstoolbox.com, there you can see all my builds, at least the one that's good enough that I published. Okay, Howard, we're gonna try something here. There's an eagle down there, you see him? Yeah? He's probably wounded. Yes, he is. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna swap seats here, Howard.
Commander.
Okay. So, you still see the eagle? So, wing of two eagles. Go. Kill them. You take the cucumber, okay? No? You don't want to attack them? There we go, that's better.
Got the target on my scanner.
Okay, let's see. Howard in a cucumber versus two eye eagles, actually. Come on, Howard, you can do it. Kill him. Shoot him, Howard. Yes, good hits. Good hits. Yes, got his shields. Now multi-cannons. Use the multi-cannons, Howard. You have multi-cannons. There we go. That's better. Yeah, you got one. Get the other one. Yeah, okay, I'll help you.
Scan detected. Target shields offline. Scan detected.
If I could hit anything. Eagles are very small. Nice, well done, Howard.
Target destroyed.
That's all. Good work, Commander.
Let's find something bigger to shoot at. Yeah, vulture. Vultures would be fun. He's probably won't. Yeah, look at that. Deadly vulture. Yes. Go for him, Howard. Kill him.
Roger that, Commander.
I'll help you. No. Canopy is fine. It's not a problem.
Target shields offline. Frame shift charge detected.
Scanner showing the frame shift charge, Commander.
Nice. Well done, Howard.
We're in the clear, Commander.
Okay, Howard. The fighter's a little damaged. But it's okay.
Shields online.
Let's head down back into the ring. I don't see anything. Do you, Howard? Looking for laser fire anywhere. Or movement. Two ships down there. 3 ships. I can see 3 ships down there. Let's go for that. Okay, my radar range on this thing is terrible. I can't see a thing. I need the... Howard, we gotta switch back. I can't see anything in this radar here.
Commander.
Okay, wait, that's why we're like way outside the conflict zone. We have Bologsim, I think, said, thanks for the Breathage broadcast the other day. Sucked me into the game, and now my 12-year-old is playing it too. Great. It's a fun game. I actually really enjoyed it, and it was also the backup plan for today in case this didn't pan out. Ooh, we got an adder. Ooh, a little adder. Okay, Howard. Okay, we gotta go Howard in a fighter versus an elite adder. Come on, Howard. Where are you? Attack him. Shoot him, Howard. Come on, faster, yes. Come on, you're missing, Howard. There we go. You hit him. Come on, Howard, you're much more maneuverable than he is. You're not hitting anything, Howard.
Commander. Fighter hull is at 50% and taking too much damage, Commander. Hull is critical. Not sure how much
Howard.
Fighter's been destroyed, Commander.
Okay, Howard, I'm gonna send you out in another fighter. Go.
Copy that. Establishing telepresence.
And then go and attack that guy.
Established. Awaiting instructions.
Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption. Target destroyed.
Anaconda. Anaconda. Finally something. Has a bit of size to it. Please be wounded. Yes. Oh, there should be a payday here. 800,000 is actually okay. Gonna send Howard after him.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
So I just dropped all the mines. Hey, save the poor little mining ship from the big bull in an anaconda. You know what? I might actually just give my shields a little top off here now that we are actually fighting something with a bit of teeth.
Fighter assembly. Scan detected. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Threat neutralized. We
Kaboom.
live to fight another day, Commander.
Yeah, I don't know what that anaconda was doing. It was not fighting very well. Aw, he's clean. 2 space cows. More vultures. Okay, I'll go fight a vulture. At least he's already halfway dead.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Under attack.
And gone. Lots of ships around now.
Target destroyed.
Oh, gunship. That's fun. Deadly gunship. Clean deadly gunship. Dropship. Dropships are fun too. There we go.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
That was a good first attack run. What is it with NPCs and always running turrets? Here, tap. And gaboom.
Target destroyed.
I think that's all. Good work, Commander.
Oh, type 9 again. Head back to the center. How's Howard actually doing for... Oh, look at that. He was... wow, he was 8... Was he 8% when we started? gained a lot of experience real quick. Courier? Really? Is that all there is right now? There's someone fighting over there. What are we up to now? We're up to almost 10 million. Well, he is wanted. Okay, Howard. Dangerous courier. You can do that, Howard. Come on.
Focusing my fire on your target.
Yes. Go, Howard. Come on. You've done 1% health to his shield. But you're not really shooting at him, are you? Howard, you need to shoot him. Jesus Christ, Howard, why did I hire you? Oh, there we go. Now we are talking. Okay, this is gonna take all day if we're gonna continue with this. See, now Howard, he's gaining shields. Okay, I'm gonna help you a bit, Howard. Because otherwise I'm gonna grow old. Yeah. Chat. Howard's being useful. Never mind. Okay, Howard, we're gonna try. I'm gonna take his shields down, Howard. Then you take his hull down, right? You should. See, now you can be better, right? Come on. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. It's probably because he has kinetic weapons on instead of the plasma weapons he had before, making him not that useful against shields. Oh, what happened there? Right now it looks like they're both just dancing around each other and no one's really shooting at anyone. Howard, what are you doing? Are you out of ammo or something? Jesus Christ, Howard. So much for you being useful.
Scan detected.
I'm on it, Commander.
Go for the reload.
Target destroyed.
I think that's all of them. Good work, Commander. Roger that, Commander. Telepresence control taken.
Oh, there we go, hold on. Usually the FDLs has very good bounties on them for some reason. Like the bounties on these is just out proportional with how easy they are to kill. Okay, this one is not, but sometimes you get like 900,000 for an FDL.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Under attack.
That's some good hits there, Howard. Oh, his shield cell bank. I gotta take my guns. Let's get those shields down before he gets the shield cell off. There we go.
Target shields offline.
got ourselves a... Oh, he's right there. Hello. Deadly gunship.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
And ram! Whoop! Oh, you find PAs, are we, huh? Not anymore, you don't.
Threat neutralized.
Threat neutralized. How are we doing on that server tech? Anyone got a time on the server tech? Should potentially be started now. Oh, hold on. There's all kinds of shit floating around me here. They're all small things. I want to shoot something bigger. Alright, it seems to be the only things that are actually here shooting.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Oh, almost hit him. And I also almost missed that rock. Tick should be 8 and 9 UTC, which is now. Little adder. Goodbye, adder. Goodbye, deadly adder.
This one down.
And hull just melts away. Not as fast as on vultures, but okay. He is clean. He is clean. And there's a bunch of smaller adders. Also, look at that gunship that just arrived.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
No conflict zones yet. Okay, he's clean. He's probably in the wing with those cobras. Don't really have any other Hasresses in the vicinity here. Up to 11 million, it's not bad.
Target cargo dropped.
Just a bunch of adders and eagles.
Target cargo dropped.
I don't want to be fighting adders and eagles.
Target cargo dropped.
Okay, we're gonna go and fight a cobra then. I think he's wounded. Yeah, he is.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Scan detected.
Deadly adder.
Scan detected.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Is he running? I think this guy's running.
Hey, you're firing at an ally. Pick a different target.
Stop crying, Howard.
Scanner showing a frame shift charge, Commander.
Yeah, that's the frame shift. Oh, no, you don't.
Target destroyed.
Hey, Howard, we're heading back towards the center. We're too far out, I think. We're only 10 kilometers out. I thought we were way further. Okay, so the station, so we are mid-tick. It sounds like the station has been updated, but no conflict zones yet. An elite asp exploder. Sometimes we have pirates and asp exploders. And given that he's chasing me... Yeah, there we go.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
It's so pretty when they explode. Chaff doesn't work at this kind of range, my friend. And that was too late on that shield cell bank.
I think that's it, Commander. Scanning for additional threats.
Gunship, good work. Given he is wounded, of course. Probably not. No. You can see it on the way they behave.
Scan detected.
This guy is, though.
Scan detected.
Diamondback exploder. Look at him trying to scan me. And saying in chat that he want to see what I have in my cargo. Alright. Well, I want to see what you have in your cargo too. But I'm not going to scan it, I'm going to turn your ship inside out.
I've got no cover. Diverting power to shields.
Oh, you do that, Howard.
I've got some hull integrity issues. I'm at 50%.
Come on. I can outmaneuver you. Even though I only have one pip to engines. There we go. What are the others? Vipers? Yeah, just small Vipers. Oh, I hit a rock. Or a clump of ice, technically. Shields are getting a little low. So we're just gonna use this Viper for regaining some shields, so... Oh, no, keep the lasers on him. Keep our heat low. There we go. Now you can chaff while our shield cell banks are firing up. That's fine. Drop ship. Perfect. Titanic didn't end well. I did that as well. I hit an ice rock. Yeah, well, but this one's a little bit more sturdy than the Titanic. We're gonna do the same thing here. I just want to get... I was 60%. I was just gonna fire one more shield cell bank. Gonna get in nice and close. And then fire a shield cell bank. While we use him to cool us down. Keep ourselves nice and cold. So that we don't overheat. While our shields are coming back. There we go. Right. Now we can focus on killing him. Thank you. We don't need you anymore. You have served your purpose. Much appreciated.
Clear, Commander.
Ooh. Fertilance. Deadly fertilance. Yes. Yes, there we go. Almost 1 million on this guy. Come to me. Go, Howard. You go after him.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Yes, I agree. Get in closer. Pull some aggro.
Scan detected.
Are you really gonna hide behind a rock?
Under attack.
Shooting PAs.
Scan detected. Scan detected. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
There we go. Mining as some scout. There's some fighting going on over here. Let's fly in that direction, see what we can find. Deadly type 6. Probably the guy being attacked. Yeah. Okay.
Destroyed.
Being attacked, but by who? Oh, by the vulture. I saw what you did, vulture.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Oh, there's a whole wing of vultures here. Everywhere.
Scan detected.
And then look, as soon as they hit hull, they just disappear.
Target destroyed.
Where's the next one? There it is. Hello. Kick the hornet's nest and let Howard sort it out. Yeah, just pull a lot of aggro and just say, yeah, Howard, that's your problem now.
Target shields offline. Scan detected.
Should be one more left. Okay, Howard, you know what? Howard, I will let you deal with the last one. Now I showed you how you do it, so now it's your turn. Okay? There we go, Howard.
Under attack.
Don't shoot at me, shoot at Howard. Oh, you almost rammed him, Howard. Good job. You almost got his shields. Come on. Good.
Target shield.
Now he's made out of wet newspaper. Yes, use the cannons, Howard. Use the multi-cannons. Boom. Nice.
Target destroyed.
Well done, Howard. That's a python. Oh yeah.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Nice. Don't shoot me, Howard. Gun control.
Scan detected. Under attack.
I'm just trying to avoid fire while Howard is fighting the python here. I have multi-cannons, Howard. I can't help you with shields. Come on, Howard. I'm actually taking some damage here.
Hull integrity critical. Shields offline. Shields online.
You almost got his shields now, Howard. Doing great.
Target shields.
Still being attacked.
Target cargo. Drone.
Nice, Howard. Really well done. Howard's being useful. Okay, what's the next target? Okay, you picked up on an asp exploder. Good choice. Good choice, Howard.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
No, no, stop it. Stop shooting at me. Oh, there's a ram there. Beautiful ram, Howard. Beautiful. I think maybe he rammed you more than you than you rammed him, but that doesn't matter. What are you doing, Howard? No! Howard, he's at 1% health. Howard! Jesus Christ. There we go, see? Finished it for you. Changing target at 1% health. What are you doing, Howard? Giving him time to recharge his shield. See? Kill the target, then swap. Much better. Well done.
Commander, scanning for additional threats.
Alright, we got a python here. Whoa, hello, Howard. Sitting very still, python. He's scanning something or he's clean, yeah. It's explorer. It's mining. Deadly Viper. He's definitely up to no good. There we go. Okay. Go, Howard.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
I'll throw a little dagger at him as well. Dagger. Doesn't do much here when he has his shields up. On, reload. Maybe I should put pips to weapons.
Thermal signature amplified.
Okay, emission charges we're using, huh? Reload. Hey, Howard, we got him now.
Threat neutralized. We live to fight another day, Commander.
Clean python, clean asp. Are there any fighters with aUEC? There are some Guardian fighters that has some special weapons, Guardian weapons. They're quite neat. Oh, clean eagles. I am swapping back with you again, Howard.
Copy that. I'll take it from here, Commander.
Because I have better radar, better sensors on this one. Oh, where did he go? Oops. Nobody saw that. Scouts. Where? Let's go back the other way. Saw fertile lands. It'll buff out, yeah. the center, maybe. There it was. Only an expert. Still 400,000. It's pretty good. How much is Howard at now? 37%. Oh, there's definitely some fighting going on down here. Got some actions and mines going off left and right.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Come on, get the last laser working. There we go, all three is active. Keep him below us so that lower laser can actually hit him. That's the big laser. Close the distance. Nice. Python, maybe? Yeah, damn it, Howard. Why did you put an asteroid there? Yeah, why didn't you mine it, Howard? You should have mined the asteroid. Huh. Okay, I'll take a look at the scout. Oh, it's a mining scout. Deadly. Well, that's not a scout. This is a vulture. Oh well. I'll take it.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Scout detected.
Ah, pips all over the place. Howard, stop moving my pips around. Trying to get pips into weapons so we can kill this guy. Because you have multi-cannons. You can't do anything with his shields up, right? See, okay, Howard, we're gonna take his shields down. Now you take down the hull. Come on, Howard. Hit him with the multi-cannons. It's weight of wet newspaper. No, you can do it. Good hits. I'll only use ramming speed here. These things are small and not very easy to ram. Nope. Not even close.
Scout detected. Scout detected.
Just pretend it's an asteroid.
Scout detected.
Ah. Blah. Okay, enough of playing around with that. Fighting going on down there. What is this guy doing? Oh well.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Oh, that was close. Missed. There we go. Much better.
Target destroyed.
Clean. Being attacked by a Diamondback scout. A hostile Diamondback scout. Okay.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
It's your funeral.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Threat neutralized. We live to fight another day, Commander.
Do we have any conflict zones spawned yet? Oh, we're still waiting.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Still waiting. Okay. I really think they should have less chaff on them than some of the NPCs. It's just every single one of them.
Scout detected.
Yeah, but there are conflict zones, but it's for the civil war that's going on in the system.
Target destroyed.
Somebody dropped a few proximity mines. What are we up to? Almost 19 million. It's a nice chunk of change.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
It's a really bad position to attack from, to be honest. Almost lost him out of sight immediately. Oh, we're lucky that he is so stupid. He's just sitting there. See, now he's firing chaff and a shield cell bank.
Target.
Oh wow, that's some effective shield cell banks you got there. I got some of that too, you know.
Shields offline. Target destroyed.
Oh, hold on, let's take this. Rick says, I want to thank you for the personalized thank you message I received from you after my last purchase from the store. You're very welcome. I really enjoy making those. It's fun. So for those of you who don't know, after I changed over to another supplier for my merchandise, I can now send personal thank you messages to everybody that buys anything on the store, which is a really neat way to either say thank you for people if you guys have been here doing the live stream, you went and bought something on the store, or Clipper, or just there was someone recently. I think it must have been the wife to someone, because they sent a message with the order asking if the thank you message could be like a birthday greeting. So some lucky commander out there got himself some D3 merchandise and a personal birthday greeting from me as a birthday gift. That was quite fun. I like that. Threat neutralized. Ooh, elite Python. Do we have a kill wound scanner still in the build? I can't even remember. I don't believe I do. No, I actually still have it. I still have it at fire. I usually don't use my kill wound scanner that much, as you can see. Even though it actually is right there in a firing group. Because, so you can see here right now, I've got a lot of bounties for Terra X, right? But the reason why I'm not a big fan of the kill wound scanner, just move up and kill wound. So you can see right now, we look at this guy. Bounty right now he's clean. Okay, never mind, hold on, that's a bad example. Assault ship, here we go. Propulsion doesn't work in vacuum. Well, depends. If you throw things fast enough. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's still here. Then you do get a kick, because every action there must be an equal and opposite reaction. So if you kick things fast enough in one direction, you'll get a kick in the other direction.
Scan detected.
Because conservation of momentum must be true. Okay, as I said, this guy has a bounty of 347. If we go ahead and scan him, you can see it went up significantly with like 200,000. Now, if we go ahead and kill this guy, Howard, that's your department.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
You'll see why I'm not always a big fan of kill wound scanning. Any thoughts or experiences with VKB? I have not had hands-on with VKB. I know that a lot of people really like them, and I would really like to actually have some hands-on experience with them. But again, going out and buying a VKB HOTAS set, or just even though just to buy a single stick and a base, would still be a lot for a review comparison type video. Oh, you know, so this guy's dying now. So you can see we got that nice big bounty. If we go here to our transactions, you can now see those 200,000 we got from the Federal Reclamation Corp. Right? And that means that that bounty we get is from a different faction and not for Terra X factions. And often when I do bounties, it is for BGS purposes, and that means I'm really only interested in collecting bounties for one single faction. And it will also mean that I will have to sit and run around and find places I can hand in all these bounties afterwards. So yeah, it's okay, but you end up with bounties for all kinds of different like factions spread across everywhere. So when I do it for BGS and I'm just looking for Terra X bounties, I usually don't kill one scan. We have 3 clippers. Please let that be a wing. Oh, let that be a wing. Yes, it's a wing. We got ourselves a payday, guys.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
almost got the ram.
I'm running without shields. Cover me, Commander. Fighter is
Oh, see, we can get him before he gets his shield cell bank. We could. Nice. Now, I might actually have to go and pay a little bit of attention, because this time they're actually doing damage here. So we're just going to use this guy to recharge our shields. Just keeping my lasers on him to keep myself cold. There we go. Heat generation is over. Wait, these guys are firing missiles at my shields? Really? Is that really what you want to do? Okay, hold on. Howard, will you need a new fighter? Go, take the plasma thing this time.
Roger that.
And then shoot these stupid NPCs firing. I swear to God.
Fighter deployed. Standing by.
Firing missiles at my shields. And now they're trying to shield cell bank, which they don't get a chance to do.
Shields are toast. I need support, Commander.
Oh, there's a 500,000 that guy. Let's see what we got here.
Commander, gonna try some evasive action.
You do that, Howard. Just preventing him from shield cell banking. Also, one of my multi-cannons out of ammo. Luckily, it's one of the small ones, so it doesn't matter much. Ah, okay, close distance, kill this guy, come on. There we go.
Target destroyed.
I think that's it, Commander. Scanning for additional threats.
Yeah, you can ping VKB on Twitter. Howard's rank at the moment? Good question. He's at... he must have been more than 8%. He can't have gone up that much, because last time I looked he was 37, but he's getting there. He's 1/3-ish and a bit towards the next rank here. Now, where are we at now? 22 million, and we got ourselves a gunship. What beam lasers on engineering? So they have long range with thermal vent. Pretty standard. I just need to check here. See, my shield cell bank is out. Move that down and move that one up. Alright, now we have an active bank.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Overall tick has been detected about 8 minutes ago. System update in your nets may take a while longer though. Okay. Just give me a ping on Discord. One of you guys just give me a ping on Discord when we have some conflict zones active. Then we can move over. But for now, we're just gonna keep collecting bounties.
Target destroyed.
Tiny bounty, tiny bounty. It's been a while since I've just had an evening of just murdering NPCs.
Target destroyed.
Wanted.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Is there a reason I don't have a kill scan on the beam group? I mean, we could, as I said, I usually don't. Simply because... Oh, that's clean. Hold on. Let's not kill that. Simply because it just gives me... I mean, I'm not really need the bounties for all the other factions. We could scan them. So you're suggesting we put a beam laser or kill one scanner on group... Oh, group 1, like that. We could scan for the additional bounties, but as I said, I'm really here only for Terra X bounties, and I'm not really interested in getting bounties for all other kinds of factions right now. Nothing fun to kill. Just vipers and adders and small thing. And also because usually when I use my kill one scanner, I will be so far out of range with the... When I use my lasers, I'll be so far out of range for the kill one scanner. Probably not gonna work. Let's shoot a vulture then. But if we're just doing it for pure money gain, then you can. If you're willing to just go to an instead of factor with some of it and just get it from there when you're done. Oh, Furlands. So you see, now we got a random bounty for another faction. Yeah, I like fast scanning because then you can just get the scan in and as they basically fly by you.
Target shields offline. Scan detected. Warning. Temperature critical.
Oh, I'm so tired of chaff.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Wait, both of my small guns are out of ammo now.
Weapons rearmed. Weapons rearmed.
Oh, oops.
Weapons rearmed. Scan detected. Weapons rearmed. Weapons rearmed. Weapons rearmed.
Why are you scanning me? I'll scan you too. Oh shit, I didn't check if he was actually wounded. Okay, he was. Just opened fire, just assumed he was wounded.
Under attack. Shields offline.
Extra bounty for me, yeah. Hey, Howard, you can take the last. Good boy. Good boy, Howard. What do we have here? Federal gunship? Surely not a mining gunship, is it? Really? There's a fight going on down here. Might go down and have a look at that. What are these guys? Small vipers. Ah, 5%, come on.
Target shields offline.
Oh, just shooting at something, just not really paying attention to reading chat. Oh. Is there a possibility for a new version of the engineering part of the game? Like this on the BGS stuff? Or is it still like in the Commander's Toolbox? Say? Yeah, Commander's Toolbox should still be pretty much up to date on. I mean, they haven't done any work on engineering for years. So there shouldn't be much. Might have been minor details here and there. But mostly it should still be. Okay, it's wanted at least.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
177.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
And whoop.
Scan detected. Target destroyed.
No additional bounties on that guy. The biggest ship we can see is a Diamondback Explorer. Oh, he's in the wing. Look at the way look at the formation they're flying in. He's in the wing with the two eagles. So they're definitely wanted. Yeah.
Shields offline. Target destroyed.
And 3, 2, 1, dead eagle.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Free
Target's trying to get away. Cut him off, Commander.
He's not getting away anywhere. There is no targets here at all. Nothing. Head back towards the center. See some jump-ins down there. Saw a few flashes of light. Could either be people going in or going out. You can see what I'm on about. We have factions all over the place now that we have bounties for, but I'm really only interested in the Terra X stuff. Oh. Hello. We've only seen one Anaconda tonight. That's kind of this... Ooh, elite clipper. Might recharge some shield on him. Oh, perfect time for a shaft. I should have foreseen that. I'm gonna overheat. Oh, okay, I just managed to get enough cooling in.
Down the firing line, Commander.
Got his shields. A little boop. And a much bigger boop. Push him around. You're not going anywhere. A lot. I want a little bit more shields here. I think I got enough cooling in. Oh, didn't I get the shield cell bank off? I don't think I did. That worked.
Target destroyed. Temperature critical.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Shields offline. Under attack. Target destroyed.
See what we got here. Clean. Then everything is clean here because keel bag is on transporters. Any tips for how to get credits? Commandos, Billionaires Boulevard is a decent amount of money. Robico Pasture Missions is a decent amount of money. This is okay. It's not amazing doing hash rest sites. Killing Thargoids could actually be quite profitable too.
Detected. Shields offline.
Hull is at 50, Commander. Multiple impacts, Commander. Hull integrity.
Howard, why did you destroy the fighter? I'll take that out of your salary. Okay, hold on. I'll give you another one. You can get this one then.
Solid copy. Deploying the fighter. Point established. Awaiting instructions.
Didn't I put up target cycling? Maybe I didn't.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline.
It's just small ships. This is supposed to be hazardous.
Scan detected. Fighter assembly complete.
Attacking the space cow, I see. Not on my watch. It's my job to attack the space cows.
Focusing my fire on your target.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Where is it? I can't see it in all the... Oh, there it is. For all the mines that's been deployed. That's right, community goals can be good as well, but it's a bit more of a hit and miss.
Under attack.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
There we go. Vulture. Really just small ships for days here.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Threat neutralized. We live to fight another day, Commander.
Killing Thargoids can be quite profitable too, but barrier to entry is quite high. It's not something you just do as a new player.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Target destroyed.
Small adder.
Scanning for additional threats.
Very small, but it will die quick.
Focusing my fire on your target.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Oh, Python. That's a little bit more fun. I actually do have, you talked about the VKB reviews, I actually do have a review of something coming up. They reached out from Track IR and asked if I wanted to do a showcase of it. So I'm gonna do a unboxing slash setup thing slash just see how it works, play with it, kind of thing. And then I'm thinking of afterwards also trying to do like Track IR versus Tobii, because I have both. And I've been thinking about how I can do that in a way where I can maybe show how do I detect stuff like how accurate they track and if there's any delays or anything like that. Just tweeted the question at VKB. Yeah, I mean, the more tweets we get out to VKB, the bigger the chances that they're gonna reach out. Because my experience so far is with these kind of things is, if you reached out to a company, you're a lot less likely that they're gonna say. I mean, I've had very poor luck at least with trying to reach out to companies and asking for products for review, compared to obviously when they reach out to you. Then obviously they're interested. Otherwise they wouldn't reach out. But oh, my shields are getting low. You're Adder. All right, he has his friends with him. Adder, you're gonna be my my cooling reservoir today. When you're done chaffing, please. Hopefully that was enough. Ah, barely. Got up to 80. Exactly. I mean, I've been doing a lot of tracking stuff. I both did the how to set up tracking in Star Citizen. Then I did the open track video for where I focused more on Elite. I've done a lot of stuff with Tobii before, so it kind of makes sense. I mean, I've already done so much tracking stuff that it's not completely like out there to ask me to look at it. And it would be fun to do a comparison. I still need to figure out a good way to do a Tobii versus Track IR. Oh, hold on, I thought this guy was dead. I was just sitting here waiting for the next target. Oh, double Python. Oh, via wing, there's 2 ships there. I see 1 Python. It'd be amazing if he was in a wing. Okay, he's not. Take him one at a time then.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Ooh, even oh, look at that! 2 pythons and an anaconda. All the things. $500K on the anaconda. See if this guy's more competent than the last one. Not really. Why are Anaconda pilot. So stupid. Again. Close the gap now that he's chaffing. Stop the beam lasers to get a bit of weapon energy back. Oh, he's still flying. I thought he was beginning to explode already. Now he's exploding. And kaboom!
I think that's all. Good work, Commander.
Oh, elite Python. Target hull offline, yeah. Oh no, clean Python. Don't kill the clean Python. There's another Python here getting shot at. Yeah, he's clean too. But that guy is not. As he's shooting at the clean Python.
Target shields offline.
Kaboom!
Target destroyed.
What the hell? There was another Python that just like popped in and out of existence here. There it is.
Scan detected.
He must be hostile. Yeah, he's trying to scan me.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Okay, we had a few good ships here. Now we're back down to smaller things.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Just half is just trying to sub-target something stupid like power plant. Ship exploded before I could hit the power plant. Where are we at on bounties now? 30 million? Nice. Almost have 1 monthly upkeep for my fleet carrier. Oh, sorry, weekly upkeep for the fleet carrier.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Scan detected.
Okay, it seems like we're not gonna get any conflict zones tonight because they are delayed.
Target destroyed.
Type 9. Yeah, I think I should have enough money to keep the fleet carrier flying for a while. 11.5 billion plus. I think there's $500 million on the fleet carrier, so I have for like a year or something. Just, you know, Don't have to think about it.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Target shields offline.
Actually, I want to see what our... Kaboom.
Target destroyed.
Asp Explorer, just gonna check that. Quick scan.
Scan detected. Target shields offline.
He's hostile. He's trying to scan me. Got him.
Target destroyed.
Shields are toast. I need support, Commander. This ship is almost toast. Can't take any more hits. Too much damage.
Howard.
Copy that. Establish the target. Fighter deployed. Standing by.
Target destroyed.
Understood. Focusing my fire on your target.
Oh, look at that. Howard's doing good now against the Adder. Come on, Howard, you can do it. You're also back on the plasma repeaters now. Come on. He's gaining shield, Howard. Hit him. Stop the shield recharge. Fire back, goddammit. Come on, Howard. Yes, yes. Good hits, more hits. More hits on him, yes. Kill the shields before he shield cell banks. Nice. Now take down his hull. Need to hit him to take down the hull, Howard. You're not hitting him. You're still not hitting him. Nope, you're still missing. Okay, you hit with one. Yeah, I'm helping you. Little ram there. Howard, his shield's gonna come back. We cannot allow that. Okay, if he gets up to 80%, I'm gonna help Howard. Come on, Howard. I'm gonna have to help Howard.
Target destroyed.
Ooh! Howard, look what I found. Our favorite snack. A big, stupid, slow, and dumb anaconda. With a juicy, juicy bounty on his head. Mmm.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack now.
Oh, he's behind the rock. Surprise!
Hey, you're firing at an ally. Pick a different target.
Oh, oops. Why did you fly in front of my guns, Howard? Stop doing that. And tap. Oh, double tap. Nice. That probably requires a heat sink now. Oh, he's shield cell banking. Hold on. I'll do the same then. We're two that can play that game. Ah, my shields banks are better than yours. Should be a nice bounty on this one. Boom. Oh, there's another one. Let's go, Howard.
Copy that. Let's take this one down.
Smaller bounty on this one, though. You know what? Let's just... see if we can get below him. Sometimes we just get these waves of really good ship. But that looks like a mining one. The way he's slowly flying around between the asteroids. That one has more speed, so that's probably hostile. No, it's not. Okay. But that one is. That's because he's running away from the hostiles. It's fair, I guess.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
I want to check what my upkeep was on my fleet carrier. We can see when we made enough for 1 week's upkeep. Playing with my food. Yeah, maybe a little bit. So right now we have 33. I'm pretty sure that's enough for an upkeep. Oh. Yeah. So we have enough for one month of upkeep now. Or 1 week of upkeep. Alright. It also sounds like we are not gonna be getting the conflict zones tonight. The tick seems to be quite delayed. So what do we end up with here? Like 1 million there plus 1.5 million ish. That's 2.5. Let's say that's 3 and a bit plus that's 3. So that's 63. Let's say 63.5. FDev seems to compute BGS today with a punch card, yeah. Now the massive bond is that one. That's for my killing Thargoid sessions. 1.3 billion credits from killing Thargoids. That's a lot of money. And where did we get Howard up to 40%? Ooh, 46%, look at that. Not too bad.
Scan detected.
Who's scanning me? Imperial Clipper. Master Imperial Clipper. It's not gonna give Howard any experience, but
Scan detected.
now that he's so kind and parked right in front of us.
Power plant capacity exceeded. Scan detected.
And sandwich him into the rock. Yes. Oh god, yes, that was perfect. Oh, I took a lot of damage on my shield, but that was worth every hit point.
I read you. Got the target on my scanner.
Did he hit him? Yeah, okay, he has hit him, good.
Target destroyed.
I think that's all of them. Good work, Commander.
Okay, Howard, you can come back now.
Got it. I'm on the way back, Commander.
You remember this? Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it, when people move around when you're trying to dock? There we go.
Fighters in the bay. Ready to depart, Commander.
Hey, we're gonna head back to the fleet carrier.
Cannot comply.
Oh,
Power plant capacity exceeded.
retract and wait for the frameshift drive to reboot. There we go. Are we 9 likes away? Come on, guys. You guys can. There must be 9 of you out there who haven't liked yet for the like goal, so we can get that in just before we finish up for the day.
Frameshift drive charging.
3 more. Almost there.
4,
Hey, 150. Nice. Okay.
1. Engage.
I think there can only be one code today. I think it should be Howard, if I'm not completely mistaken. Or what do you guys think? Any better suggestions to just go Howard? Or Tiak, Terrax, yeah. Or we're gonna talk about what's the plan is now. Howard killed BTS. Let's put this thing on the pad, then I'll set up a discount code for you guys. Full speed ahead. And... drop. No, that's too long.
Welcome, Commander. Please respect our carrier and fly carefully.
Our carrier. This is my carrier.
Permission granted. A landing pad has been assigned to you,
Respect
Commander.
our carrier. Fired.
Landing gear deployed.
Boom.
Landing complete. Ship
How much money did Howard already make? I don't know, but Howard has probably made a lot. Total paid only 3. Oh, that's actually less than I thought. 320 million credits. But again, a lot of the time, I mean, all those money that I have in here, he hasn't got his share of yet. So he takes an 8% profit share. So we can take 8, what's 8%? Oh, come on. What's 8% of that? Let's get a calculator here. I will set up the discount code. Just give me a second here. So that's 110 million that he has waiting for him in that, plus whatever we're gonna hand in for all this stuff, right? Okay, let me go and set up that discount code. We're just gonna use Howard. That's not the right one. Go. Let me see here. There we go. Oh, I found it. Okay, promotions. Create promotion, promo code. There we go. Passcode is going to be Howard, and it's going to give you 10% off. I'm going to keep this one up a little longer. Normally I take them down right after the live stream, but as we are about to call it for today. There we go. Howard, it's now on, it's now active. That means now you can go to d2astore.com, use the code Howard, as Duncan has also posted in chat, and that means you get 10% off all merchandise over there. As I said, I'm going to keep it up for a bit so you have a chance to go over and check it out. I'll probably take it down tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, I know, Calvin, that the moment I sign off, the conflict zone is going to spawn. I mean, but again, even my reasoning was, even if the conflict zone spawned now, it would be so late that I wouldn't be able to get any like serious number of conflict zones in. But the plan now is, the moment I shut down the stream, all the conflict zones going to spawn. When the conflict zone spawns, I can head over to New Nets, the system where we are going to be fighting, as that is the project going on with Terra X at the moment. And I can hand in the bounties. While they're not doing that much, they are still helping. But that also means then we can begin to fight in the conflict zones. And then we need to win over the next week. We have 7 attempts to win 4 days. So the first of 4 points wins, and we get 1 point per day. So now we just need for the next week to be absolutely hammering the conflict zones, so that we have a chance to go and take over the system. And if we win 4 days, well, then we have ourselves a new system, new station, and another system is now being claimed for Terrex. Hopefully it should be a smooth ride, and if you want to help out, you can find all the information you need over on Discord at discord.d2a.com. We have this new fancy channel and role section at the very top of the Discord server. If you haven't been out there yet and checked that out, go up and check it out. It's super nice. You can set up which games you are interested in. So you can basically say, hey, I'm interested in Elite and Starfield and maybe Kerbal or maybe Star Citizen or whatever you're interested in. You can choose those. And that means that when I'm streaming Elite, or if I'm streaming any of the games that you have said you are interested in, or if I'm publishing videos that relates to any of the videos that I'm interested in, only then will you get notifications. But if it's videos or streams about games that you are not interested in, you won't get any notifications. It's a super neat system, so you can pick and choose for yourself. But my whole point was, up there we also have a button you can click for Terra X stuff. So that means if you're interested in getting notifications and information about what goes on with our faction Terra X, where we are currently running a project called Liberate New Nets, which is a system just next to this one where we're trying to take system control. Then come by, help us out. It's fun. And if you watched the start of the stream where we went over some of the mechanics behind all of what we're doing today, and you want more information, come by Discord. I'll also be hanging out over there after the stream, so you can come by and say hi. Okay. That's going to be it for today. If you did enjoy the live stream, if you haven't done so already, go down, give it a like, maybe even subscribe to the channel for more Elite, Star Citizen, Starfield when that becomes a thing. Just basically, if you like spaceships, then you should stay here. That's a good channel to be at then. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.